baby, you look horrible. You're burning up.
Oh.
I got just what you need.
Huh? Is that paydirt?
Oh, yeah!
What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. And, man, let me tell you, when I woke up today, I was feeling under it, man. I had a fever. I was sweating. And there was only one thing that was going to bring me relief. And my wife was kind enough to bring me some gold pay dirt. Now, what I've got for you today is a little bit of dirt from GoldFever Prospecting. We've done their dirt before and had alright results. And I figured, hey, let's check it out again. So, came to me here in this very sturdy little box. In the box, I'll take you over here so you can take a look. We've got a padded envelope. Well, it's not padded actually, it's just a regular reinforced envelope. These are actually pretty strong baggies though. They had a little piece of foam in there to keep it from bouncing around, which will help it from opening up. Now, what we wound up getting was their Desert Dreams, 2 grams in 3 pounds, 2 grams guaranteed. Now, what we wound up paying was $149. That's going to get us a guarantee of 2 grams of gold. Now, of course, on a lot of sites like this, you can always add extra pay dirt or extra gold or extra stuff. Here, there are a few options. I'll put what I'm showing you up here on the side so you can see. So you got some options. You can add gold to it. You can add small gold, medium gold, large gold, extra large gold. You can even make this a super rich bag and add 3 more grams of gold. So that's going to give you a total of 5 grams if you drop an extra 228 on here. Now, I just bought the standard, $149. I expect 2 grams and I hope for more. One of the unique things that they do on the site here is they let you choose the difficulty of the pay dirt. So you can make, if you're a beginner and you don't want too much of a challenge, you can stick with an easy medium. If you want a little bit more challenging, they'll throw some heavy black sands in there. And if you want some very tough, if you want a challenge, you can select that, $5 more, and they'll make it heavy, extra dense material. So that's going to just be some thick, pain in the ass stuff to go through. Now, I'm pretty sure I just got the medium, the schmedium. If you don't happen to have a pan, you can buy a kit from them as well. Pan, magnet, suction cup, suction tweezers, gem jar, for $17. But I would probably recommend you just go and get your gear, some quality gear, rather than, miscellaneous pan that they might throw in here. It's probably one of those SE pans off of eBay or Amazon. If you don't buy garbage up front and you buy the better stuff to begin with, you'll find that you don't have a bunch of extra equipment sitting around the shed like I do. I've got so many pans up there, and there's really only one of them up there that I love. So, either way, if you don't have any of that stuff and you want to get it in all this one package, go ahead and place the order for it here. But I would probably recommend you dig around on their site because they have a lot of other gear that you'd probably be better off grabbing and adding this to that order. Better quality pans, suction cups, magnet, get the things that you need rather than getting a kit. That's always my suggestion. But if you need and you want, you do have that option as well. But for $149, we got ourselves this bag right here. It's pre-bagged. That's cool. It's got the single baggie here. This looks like Arizona material. 2 grams, 3 pounds. Now, it's a Ziploc bag. It's not a Ziploc bag. It's a heavy-duty zipper style bag. Got to be careful with those brandings, you know. But it's a zipper style bag. Taped closed. I hate it when they tape things closed because tape tends to rip through plastics a little bit. Could open up the bag as you're trying to get that taken off. And of course the bag, since it was taped over, it wasn't heat sealed. Doesn't need to be, I guess, at that point, but I always like to see heat sealing done. The bag itself is pretty decent quality. It's not cheap, thin, kitchen style plastic baggie, so that's good. Didn't open up, didn't split, didn't rip. No complaints there. The dirt got to us. Be nice to see a little bit more of a professional labeling on their stuff. Theirs has always been kind of garage style. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'll be throwing that away anyways. So, what matters is the dirt. And that's what we got here. So, let's shake this out. Get some of these bigger pebbles out of the way. Break it down a little bit. And see what we got to play with. Don't go anywhere. Alright. We got all the goodies we need to get the job done here. We got our classifiers. We got some pans. We got some tubs. We got some dirt. So let's start off by separating out the 1/4 inch and above. Pop this baby open. Definitely feels like a good 3 pounds of material. So good to see that. Some nice light material. Just a little bit of that 1/4 inch stuff. Alright. Toss that. So I'm going to go ahead and shake the rest of this out. And we'll be right back when we're done with that. And we'll show you what's going down. Alright, we got everything all shaken out and separated up, and this is what we wound up with. Now, what we wound up with in the above 1/4 inch, just a few pebbles, not much at all, totally acceptable. There's no gold in here, not expecting any, so it's whatever. I'm glad that there's not a whole lot of material that wasted our space with that. Next up, we got the +10. Fair amount of material here, goes about halfway up this first riffle in the pan. Now, when I was classifying out, I definitely saw some shiny things catch my eye, so I do hope to find a little bit of gold in here. Next down, we got the +20. Just coarser versions of the same stuff. As you can see. Now, like I say, this does look like southwestern material, Arizona kind of material is what I'm used to seeing out of there. Oh, there's a piece of gold right there. Look at that. Boom. See that shiny? Put that back in there. We'll find it later. So there's definitely gold in here. We know that for sure. But either way, the amount of material, again, about halfway up that first riffle, so a good even amount throughout the material here. And there we go. Next up, we got the plus 40. Again, just about halfway to that first riffle on the pan. A good amount of material. There's a lot of black speckling in here, which I assume is like obsidian that might have made its way in. Don't usually see that much black material in there, but maybe they hit a vein of something, and that's what they wound up getting. Either way, good amount of material to go through, and I'm definitely expecting to see some gold in there. Finally, we got our soft sands, and the amount here just barely goes up to the bottom of that first lip. Now, you know with these pans, there's that little lip before the first riffle, and we're filling in just up to that line. So not a huge amount of material to go through here, just a little bit of fines, which is actually kind of nice because the fine stuff usually takes forever. You gotta go slower. So we won't have to slow down too much to get through this dirt today. So I might have actually gotten an easy bag, I don't know. But let's take a look at magnetics and see what we wound up getting out of that. Of course, we'll start with the minus 40 because the most magnetics are usually going to be found in here. And we'll get a good idea of what we're going to see in the rest of the material by hitting the heavies out of the bottom. And yes, there is a good amount of material there. My little magnet's got a magna fro. If I go back in, I'll probably pull out a fair amount, again, more. So I might have gotten the medium bag since there are so much magnetics in here. Those will give you a little bit of a challenge, but again, on the site, you can tell them what you're up for. So that's good. You get to test out the material, and they can add some difficulty to it after the fact to kind of spice it up so it's not too easy for people who want more of a challenge, but it's not too hard for those who are just getting their feet wet. And there you go. Some good amount of magnetics in there. Shouldn't pose too much of a problem, but you never know. Now going up to the plus 40, let's see what kind of distribution we have of that here. And not a whole lot actually. This is more like what I was expecting to see. Just a few of them red sands that are magnetic and hot. There you go. So not a huge amount here in the plus 40. So I'm thinking these were probably added in. Apparently per my request. Now up here in the plus 20, just a little bit, just an itty bitty bit, and there you go. And that's that. Material's not too bad. I'm looking forward to going through it. Now let's get this wet and fire up the sluice. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. We are ready to run some dirt. Boom! Got our shovel, got our sluice, and let's fire this baby up. Turn down just a hair. The sluice is flowing nice. We're trying a little different angle today. I hope you like it. If you do, throw some feedback in the comments. If you don't, fuck off. I'm just kidding. I'll take your feedback as well. I always like to hear a little constructive criticism. Unless it's stupid. Then I don't like hearing it. Alright. Well, let's fire this baby up and start running some dirt. Now, of course, I'm going to speed everything along so you guys don't fall asleep. But we'll be right back at the end. We'll find out what kind of gold we found. it is time to see what we got. So let's turn this sluice off. And let's go see what's going on. Well, all right. So what we wind up seeing is that there's definitely some nice gold in here. A big chunky picker in there. Oh man, look at that. That's a heavy. But lots of other good pieces in there as well. Let me zoom in, get you guys a better view. So there's lots of nice pieces of gold in there. Not seeing a lot of fine gold. So I think most of the weight's going to be in these medium to larger flakes and baby nuggets. There's a lot of round ones in there, like that guy right there. Try to get it to focus. But either way, a lot of nice gold in here. So let's get this all cleaned up so we can weigh it out and find out what we wound up getting. Don't go nowhere. All right. Let's zoom in and take a look at what we got. So there's your gold, baby. Not too shabby. A lot of big pieces in there. A lot of big chunky pieces. That's where a lot of our weight's going to be. Not much fine gold at all. I think I've seen one little itty bitty piece in there, but everything else is probably above 10 mesh. So there you go. Not too bad. All right. Let's get all this suckered up and then we can weigh it out and find out what we really got. Be right back. All right, welcome back. We got this gold all dried up. GoldFever Prospect. I don't have a really good bag or anything to put, so I'll just put their logo right here somewhere in 3D or editing world. There's the logo. No, over here. Here's the logo. Or maybe it's up here. Maybe it's right there. I don't know. Either way, we got some gold right there. So, GoldFever Prospecting Desert Delight. I think is what they call this one. We're going to have to look at it. Desert Dreams. 2 grams guaranteed. 3 pounds of material. And alright. Nice chunky gold was what we found. A couple small pieces, but mostly nice big chunks. So let's fire this sluice up. Of course, mine are Bob and the ass are hanging by because they want to see how everything turned out. And here we go. Let's see what we got. All right, and there we go. 2.087 grams of gold. Not too bad. We definitely got the 2 gram guaranteed. A little bit over that. Was hoping for a little bit more, but aren't we always all wanting a little bit more? But we definitely got the guaranteed, and it's all nice, really big, chunky stuff. Except for this one picker, so that's pretty sweet. I'm curious how much this one big guy by itself weighs. Let's tear that out and take a look. Wow. Almost half a gram by itself. This one big nugget Well, it's not a big nugget. It's a little nugget, but compared to everything else, it's pretty big. So nice. Not bad at all. We'll definitely put some good gold in the vial. And there you go. Now I'll take a couple pictures so you guys can get an up-close view of this beautiful gold. And we'll be right back with my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back. GoldFever prospecting. Desert Dreams is what we got. Now, I neglected to put up the description earlier, so let me just put that up now. Then we can all kind of go through it together. This is their high-quality paydirt concentrate for fun gold panning experience. This is their new paydirt, Desert Dreams. It's loaded with fine and coarse gold from diggings in El Dorado Canyon of southern Nevada. Now, that's where I kind of thought it was from, that New Mexico, Arizona, southern Nevada kind of area, because that was the consistency and the look of the material. There's a little bit of organics in there, like you always will see from places like Lynch. Even Vendetta, his local stuff, is kind of like this as well. And there's always a little bits of stuff in there. So no different there. And let's see, nothing's been removed except larger rocks, 3 pounds of dirt with 2 grams of gold, small pickers, large nuggets sometimes, but rare, etc., etc. Please use a magnet, or you should recommend to use a magnet to get the heavies, make it easier. And I agree. There was a little bit of magnetics in there. There's a little bit more than you'd find in some pay dirts. Not as much as you find in other, but it's always a good idea to get those magnetics out of your way. The magnetics are not gold, but they're heavy and they're going to stick in your way, and they're magnetic, so they're going to kind of want to encapsulate and be in the way. So if you can get those out of there sooner than later, you're doing good. Move on and it'll be a lot easier. Now, I definitely recommend going through this slow, as I do with all pay dirt. You don't want to go through it too quickly, throw it all in the pan, get your gold and be done. You could, but then, you're probably not getting your money's worth. So take a little scoop at a time, get your gold, rinse and repeat, and you're going to have a good afternoon of some pay dirt panning. Now, overall, like I say, the dirt was pretty easy to go through. You can change it up on their website to add more difficulty if you want. But overall, the dirt itself was not too bad. The classifications were fairly even, so there was a good amount of material throughout each classification. There was no overwhelming one, and there wasn't a whole bunch of 1/4 inch plus material in there wasting space, so that's always good. Well done, I would say, on this one. Now let's talk about that gold. That gold was beautiful. As you saw in those pictures, it was all nice chunky pieces. Not a lot of fines in there at all. There's couple little pieces of smaller gold, but overall most of the gold was like above that plus 20 mesh, except for that one nice picker, little pebble of gold in there. That was above 1/4 or above 10. So all really nice gold. Definitely had a good time getting it out of there. Let's just go ahead and move on to the ROI portion of it right here. Now, we paid $149 for the bag. We found a guaranteed amount of 2 grams guaranteed, but we found 2.085, so just a hair over that. As of today, the value on that is $122.54, and that's going to give us an ROI of 82.24%. Not bad at all. Really nice gold in there. Had a good time going through it, so definitely well worth it. If you're on their site, I would definitely recommend go check them out, because that's a fairly nice ROI. GoldFever Prospecting, great job on the bag of dirt. Thank you so much for putting it together. And Desert Dreams, if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below for you. But I definitely recommend fish around on the site a little bit. He's got other products in the pay dirt section as well as a lot of gear. So if you need some stuff, stop by there and check all that stuff out before you place your order. But otherwise, if you're just looking for dirt, it's a good place to go and get yourself some shiny. So definitely check that out. Otherwise, I just want to thank you all for tuning in here today. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like button. Give me that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that button as well. And the bell so you don't miss any of my future content. Otherwise, I hope to see you all on Monday for BSing in the shed when we shake things out and talk some shit. Anyways, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.